Okay. Okay, so first of all, sorry to just like drag you out of your morning routine and onto a screen,
All
but
good.
yesterday an idea happened, so now we're just gonna fucking roll with it. And my
Yeah.
week is really bloody busy. So is my next week. So I only have time today, hence the weird urgency. Also, I like to strike while the iron is hot. Um, so, idea, here goes. You work with the idea of like mental health and well, what is your motto? Keep forging forward.
Keep forging forward. I also like a rising tide raises all ships.
Rising tide raises all ships is a pretty fucking good thing.
Be the tide, my friend.
Be water. Very Bruce Lee. Okay, so my thinking was, why the fuck are we not making a Bindrune for this, right? Because Bindrunes are great, they're iconographic, they're easy for anyone to tattoo, they're easy for anyone to apply in artwork. Anyone can just print it out, have it on the wall, they can write it on their mirror in the morning with a fucking lipstick, and it'll keep reminding them to keep forging forward, like positive mental health, better yourself, and all these things. So, what I want to do is make a Bindrune for it. We'll put it out there. We'll make it free for anyone to use. I've got a piece of paper that I ripped out of, well, it's been ripped out of one of my assistant's sketchbook. I've got a pencil. So, I need to figure out what runes to use, and that's why I'm calling you. What do we want in this rune? Resilience, strength. What are you thinking? Do you have any? I don't know.
Ones that pop out. I know I'm gonna like butcher the actual pronunciation.
Butcher away.
Nauthies are need for struggle, turmoil, persistence.
Yeah.
And of course, Urus for strength. Awaz is good for progress and partnership. Degas for transformation.
Darius is definitely a good one to get in there. Like the light of dawn and enlightenment, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel and everything.
Mm-hmm. Forging forward mental health.
I mean, in literal terms, forging would be associated with Thor, which is the Thor's rune, but I personally see the Thor's rune as much more primitive as an actual thorn. But for mental health, I like that rune a lot because nature bites back, but it's also the place to go and heal. So yes. I've always connected heavily with that rune in particular for my own mental health.
Yeah.
Let me just note in my index. Do you want anything with healing in there? Lagus, for example, or Becano. How do you see it the most? Do you see it as something that is meant to help people heal old wounds, or to pick themselves up and use that earthly Urus strength to forge forward?
Just overcoming kind of that struggle is what I like, lifting yourself up and overcoming and getting out of the darkness. So maybe Sowilo a little bit. It could be a little bit with fire and awakening. Also, you know that I'm recovering from like bicep tendon rupture injuries.
Yeah.
And this surgery scar kind of looks like this Sowilo rune.
Yeah.
A little bit. So that would be.
I'm adding Suido to. Wunjo is improvement. Kaunas Kinas is enlightenment and vision. Raido is the travel. There's that whole like forging forward and moving forwards. going to add either to the list. Wisdom, insight, inspiration. Uruz is definitely like the core rune for this.
Yeah. Inner strength, willpower, resilience.
I've been writing a story about the Uruz rune, about like that ancient earthly power of the aurochs, the unstoppableness of like the single-minded mind of bovine creatures. It's fucking difficult to write, but it's really fun.
Yeah. It's definitely reaching down into that inner human resilience that we're all programmed with. And just forgetting the daily distractions of, yeah, life gets tough, but it's tough for everyone. We can band together and have that strength.
What about Tivas? Sacrifice for the greater good, bravery, courage, like victory. There's a lot of modern like law and order ascribed to Tivas, but I always see him more as like he was a god that got shit done, knowing full well that this price needs to be paid. I will pay the price. We will move forward.
Kind of the stoic protector guy that got things done.
Yeah, I mean he was the father god once upon a time, before Odin. So okay, so lots of Urus. Nauthis is good. Life lessons and so on. Evas. You mentioned Evas. Let's see. Cooperation, teamwork, travel, loyalty. Yeah, companionship. That's pretty good for it, definitely. Especially considering that we're making this as a rune, a bind rune that can be used by everyone. It'll be like a shared thing. Definitely think that makes sense. Dagas, the dawn, the light, enlightenment, clarity, revelation. Yes. Suvilo. There's a bit of doubt about Suvilo. Victory, that's pretty important though. Goal setting. Yeah. That works. Rido for the travel, because this is a journey. Tivas for that stoic progress and the knowledge that you sometimes need to cut off a limb to make shit happen. I have a strong tendency to use Gebo in most positive runes, because Gebo symbolizes the gift. So this is like a gift of something positive, something to tie on to yourself for a positive progress forwards.
Yeah.
Cool with that?
Kind of, yep.
I'm adding that.
Absolutely. All about giving. Yeah, it's good to cut off the old part of yourself that's maybe holding you back, but you also have to kind of
remove the
give
rotting
yourself-
branches.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good collection. That's what, 4 or 5? That's 8 runes. I can definitely make a bind rune of that. So I'm thinking of making 2 different bind runes. One that's a stave and one that's more of a geometric shape. Because if people should want to tattoo this on themselves, it's good to have something that fits in different spaces.
Like forearm or shoulder or chest or
Exactly, yeah. It's much more easy when there's 2 options. It's more adaptable. I don't know which English word should be used.
I got it.
Adaptable. Adam says adaptable. Sorry, second language. Fuck this. Okay, I can definitely work with this. Cool. That's really all I need. I'm going to sit down, merge these together, and make a couple of bind runes, and then we'll throw it up online. And I'll hand it to you. You can put it out there, and we'll use it, and I really like the idea of creating something this positive for the community, because I always find this whole, I know a lot of the stuff that you work with also has the whole fantasy aspect, but that needs it too. There's so much, like sort of like a toxicity, not just like masculine toxicity, but there's like a negative connotation in many things. And I've been fighting against that for years. And I know that I'm often a grumpy motherfucker on camera saying, you're not a fucking Viking, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's all social media, it's all for fun. But that negative heritage that is out there with all of this, I want to push against that. And I honestly think that the Vikings, like the actual Vikings, the people that were willing to go on a wooden ship without a fucking keel and a sail on it and cross seas, they did so with an insane level of positivity.
Oh yeah.
Because you must have been bonkers to do that. And they did it with companionship, and they did it with like brotherhood and courageousness. And when they turned their ships homeward, it would be to rejoin their families and kinsmen with that same level of positivity. But every one of these journeys, be it a spiritual journey, a personal journey, or an actual physical journey, would have been done with like an overwhelming amount of willpower.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Like almost a foolish optimism. Because let's just point our ships in a direction and hope there's land.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it would just take kind of courageous optimism to seek that out.
Plus the idea that let's hope there's land, and let's hope that the people living there aren't as good as us. Right. Let's just see what the fuck happens. Yeah, it's a bit naive. Foolish optimism is a good term for it. Yeah. Cool. I've got this. I'll fix it from here, and then I'll pester you some more when I've got something ready, and we can talk more about it.
Absolutely.
Post-conversation, we know what runes we want for this. So I'm going to do the stave first. I'm actually going to try to do 3 different versions. A stave, a Bindrune, and a small, like an iconic Bindrune, like very graphic. I don't know how I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to start with a stave, because that's an easy place to start. Everything in here will fit on a linear design. We're going to start linear. And put in Nauthies. And then for good measure, we're just going to break Nauthies and use the Gable rune for that. Because we don't want like an active negative Nauthies, we want to break the need and take out the positives in Nauthies, I think. Then we've got Urus. We'll put that right there, and we'll put that right here, because that's really one of the main runes of this is Urus, that core strength that you'll need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and move forwards through all the shit. So, we've also got Evas. Evas is a tricky one to fit in, not impossible. And we have Dagas, so I think I'm going to try and stack those 2. So we have Evas. Such. Fluff. Right. We already used the Gable. Nauthies. Urus, Evas, Taurus. So we got Tivas, Raido, and Sugilo left. Now, Tivas is almost an easy one. Fit that in here. Or we could fit it here. Suvilo, which we can simply use to finish this off, and that leaves us with a stubborn down. I know. Famous. Nervous. Finish with Sulo. That's an alright rune. Okay, that's our parameters. It's a very tall table to work at. Forging Forward Stave Edition. Okay, let's see if we can make a small compressed graphic version of this. That's like still want a lot of oodles, so double on the oodles. And that automatically gives us nouthies, which we then again break, this time with cable. And we'll run a line through that and make a very, very large suvilo that also forms a dagas in the middle. Okay. That's suvilo, dagas. There's nouthies. Where the fuck to fit manas? Evas, sorry. It actually exists all on its own. We're doing this. Oh. This rune really wants to make itself exist. It's very practical. That's Rido. Rido. And that gives us Timas. Hell yes. It didn't turn into a square or a diamond. It turned into a very small, very compressed Bindrune. We'll go with that. Let's see if I can fit this in calligraphy wise. This damn pen. It will need a little bit of cleaning, but it is there. But they're quite squarish. Oodles. Cable. Novice. Easily established. All that. And I think we'll work with the same concept. Teeth going this direction. So that's Nathis, Orus, Gable, Tivas. This time I'm sure we can do. No, actually like that. Ah. Put Rido inside. As such, and then different version of Subito. To shadow the Rido. Will that work? Or should we do this? Difficult. We'll try this. Smaller daggers. Got Rido, got Tivas, got Gable, got Suilo, got daggers. Evas. We're missing an Evas. Eva's going in opposite direction. Why not? Leaves the design a little bit empty, so I think we'll negate the pseudo. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay. Right, we can stay. And then go over here. Let's try and ink this. See what the fuck happens. Personal touch. Speedrune. All purpose. Drive. Symbolize the gift of Gungnir. There we are. That's all three. There. Positivity. Positive paganism. Keep forging forward. Break down the barriers. Draw upon earthly strength to do in life what you need to do to overcome shit. And that is that. Hi.
Hello.
It's been a while.
It has.
Sorry. We're midst moving homes and all sorts of things. Are you midst fixing your garage? It look real words come out of my mouth. It looks fucking amazing what you're doing.
Thanks. That's like my wife's interior design. I'm like, this is what I envision, and she's like, okay, I can make it happen. So it's turning out amazing.
Nice. Well, I look forward to
Yeah.
seeing it done. I look forward to seeing your content from it. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah. Sorry about missing the meeting.
That's all
It's
right.
with it.
Figured you're a busy lad. So
Halloween morning and running errands and kids to school and just
life, it's just life. It's all right.
yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember when we had our last call because I've been so busy and just missed opportunities. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. So anyways, let's jump to it. Shortly after our last call, I sat down with my calligraphy pens, and based on the runes that we kind of decided on together, I made 3 Bindrunes. A stave and a geometric circular kind of thing, and then a small. As we talked about, I'm going to show them here, of course, so we can post this video and all this, and then I'll put them online so people can just download them as cleaned up files and tattooed, print them on t-shirts, whatever the fuck they want. If we want to do some merch with it later, we can do that as well, but I like the idea of it just being completely available for people to use as self-reminders, as self-motivators. I think that's the way to go. So let's start with the stave. The stave version looks like this.
Oh, very cool.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then the geometric version looks like this.
That's awesome.
And then my favorite version, which I suspect will be the one that will be tattooed the most because it's small and simple, it'll like fit on a wrist.
Yeah.
This.
Right on.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
This one in particular, I'm really thrilled about this because it's quite unique. I've never designed a Bindrune that looks anything like it. It's quite bizarre.
It almost looks like digital, almost.
Yeah, almost. There's a little bit matrixness over it.
Yeah.
But that's good. I like to modernize old things, so
yeah,
it suits me well. So yeah, that's it. That's the gift of the day to the world. Now shown.
Yeah.
And
that'd be cool. And I like the idea of it just being, hey, this is a stave Bindrune to just help with your mental health journey, encouraging, getting you bettering yourself and on that journey, and it's free to use. So
yeah, I think that's,
and it might be cool to just say it's free to use, but if you wanted to put any money towards anything, it can go towards this charity thing.
So to sum it up, we now have 3 Bindrunes for the same thing. The idea with them is that they are available to you to use as you see fit for, mental health courses. You choose how you take the information, how you take the idea that we've created, and how you apply it. If you want to put it on your notebook or on your skin, or go graffiti it onto a government building. I didn't say that. It's up to you. We've made them available on our webshop site, in a blog post. Stop laughing. They're available in a blog post on our webshop. They are available in our newsletter. Go subscribe. They're probably available on Tank's page somewhere. I don't know. I don't manage that. What I would ask of you for them, if you do use them, is that you go and donate to a mental health course, or just wander out on the street and give a bit to someone homeless, because most of them are there for a reason. We don't want anything for it. We would love to see photos. If you apply these to your skin, something like that, send the photos, let us know if we're allowed to tag you, and we'll share them. And we'll keep doing something positive for people who need something positive. That's about it. Thank you, Tank, for being on board. Not on board with this. This is your fucking idea. Thank you, Tank, for dragging me into this. I appreciate it. It's a fun shout out. It's a good challenge, and it's a good cause. So, thank you, and thank you all out there. And don't forget, fuck off.